Horns up and welcome to a brand new episode of Headbanger's Kitchen, guys. Today we're doing a dish that is a little extra special for me personally. Now, when I was growing up in Bombay, we didn't really have the food scene that we have today. We didn't have so many different types of cuisines and so many different types of restaurants. But one thing was for sure, we always had something called continental cuisine, which basically encompassed everything that was not Chinese or Indian. So you had everything from a chicken a la Kiev to a beef stroganoff to a roast chicken to a grilled chicken to any kind of pasta dish. It was all under the continental banner. And one of my favorite things to eat was a beef stroganoff. Yep, you used to get beef back in the day. You still do, but now it's called water buffalo. And I used to love beef stroganoff, so I thought to myself, you know what, let me do a keto beef stroganoff today, and trust me guys, it's going to be amazing. And now normally beef stroganoff is served with egg noodles, but in India it was always served with white rice for some reason. I guess everything was always served with white rice back in the day. But we have no egg noodles on keto, so what we're going to do is we're going to just use some zucchini and make a nice zucchini egg noodles. Anyway, enough jibber jabber, let's go and make that beef stroganoff. So we're going to start making our stroganoff by chopping up 200 grams of mushrooms, and you want to cut slightly thick slices so you get a nice bite in the stroganoff. Next I'm going to slice up half an onion, and I'm also going to slice up the white of a spring onion. This is because I'm going to be chopping up the greens and using them to garnish the dish. Of course the original recipe calls for chives, but since I didn't have any, this is what I'm going to use. Now it's time to chop my beef, and I'm going to cut them into nice long strips. That's how I prefer the beef in the stroganoff, but you can cut them however you like really. Now if you live outside India, the cut of beef you want to use is chuck roast. I don't get that in India, so I'm just using an ordinary water buffalo, which is tough as nails, but we're going to cook it till it's tender. Anyway, once you're done cutting the beef, we're going to season it generously with some salt and some pepper, and then just use your hands and mix it. Now I'm going to use my Dutch oven to make this, and I'm going to pour in some olive oil and heat it till it's nice and hot, and then I'm going to add in my beef to brown it. Now ideally you don't want to crowd the pan, because what happens is the beef will release water and then your meat will start to stew. However, that's not such a huge problem in this recipe, because we are going to cook it low and slow till it's tender, and as you can see, mine has done just that. I don't know whether it's the quality of the beef or just my, well, mistake. Anyway, looks like there's quite a bit of liquid, so I'm going to remove the beef now anyway, and I'm going to pour out that liquid and set it aside. I'm going to add some more olive oil and fry the remainder of my beef. This time I crowded it less, hoping the water wouldn't release as much, but it looks like it's doing the same thing, so maybe it's just me. Anyway, keep your eye out for that lovely brown color that's going around the pan, and you want to make sure you scrape all of that off. That is where all the flavor is. Anyway, my beef looks like it's going to continue to stew, so I'm going to remove it from the pan any which way, and now I'm going to throw in a big chunk of butter. Oh yes, and then I'm going to throw in my onions and my mushrooms and give that a good mix. I'm going to season it with some salt and some pepper and some paprika and cayenne pepper. And just cook that down for a little bit. Get all that brown bits off the bottom of the pan. You want that. That's called fond. That's where all the flavor is. Then I'm just going to put my beef in. I'm going to put in half a liter of water and give it a good mix. Get all that fond off the pan. You want a lovely rich stock out of this. And once this has reached a boil, we're going to cover it and cook it. Now the cooking time is going to vary depending on the quality of beef you're using, but you basically want to cook it till the beef is nice and tender. This generally takes about an hour. Anyway, once the beef has done cooking and it's nice and tender, we're just going to finish it off with some sour cream, and I'm also adding some regular heavy cream to this just for a creamy texture. Give that all a good mix, and your stroganoff is ready to serve. Now since we don't have egg noodles, I'm just going to shave a zucchini, and I'm going to make nice egg noodles out of the zucchini. Now we're just going to take that zucchini and we're going to fry it in a little bit of butter. Nothing fancy, just some salt is going to be added, and that's it. Yep, it's pretty simple. And then I'm going to serve the stroganoff on those egg noodles, zucchini egg noodles. Oh yeah, and top it off with a dollop of sour cream and those spring onion greens. And there you have it. Beef stroganoff done the keto way and ready to eat. Time to taste. Alright folks, so it's time to taste this delicious looking beef stroganoff with the sour cream and the zucchini egg noodles. And I gotta say though, my beef took almost an hour to an hour and 10 to become completely tender. So just keep checking your meat. Keep checking your meat in your cooker, and when it's fork tender, then it's done. Also, if you live in India or anywhere else, actually you could use the pressure cooker to make this quicker. But I decided to do it in the Dutch oven today instead. Anyway, time to taste. We get some of that beef, some of those mushrooms, and some of the zucchini. So good. Oh my god. Wow. That beef is packed full of flavor. And it is tender enough. Yep. Oh, it's nice and tender. And the zucchini, well, honestly, I don't really need the zucchini. I just did it because I thought, oh, egg noodles or whatever. But the zucchini is not really needed right now. I mean, I'll eat it because it's there. But yeah, I'd rather probably have like a spinach soup as an appetizer and just have the stroganoff as a main. Anyway, I'm going to dig into another bite now. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Cheers and keep cooking. See ya. I'm out. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. Please click here and subscribe to the channel for more awesome keto recipes. Click here if you want to support us above and beyond just watching it on YouTube. If you want to check out my music, click here. I've got a video for you. And if you just want some more food, click here and watch another Headbangers Kitchen episode. Cheers.